flip. But don't get it confused and get tragic. Now it's back to the basics. He catch your face shot if he acting. My niggas feeding for static. Think that it's sweet on the fifth, let him have it. Tie up your laces, you coming outside. M16 make him backflip.
Hello everybody, this is Relax and welcome to week 3 of ZCC. Unfortunately, this is our final week. I've had a great time with you guys through this entire process, and I really hope that you guys have learned a few tips and tricks from me to use towards your editing here on Zepeto in the future. So this video is going to be our third week, and the assignment for this week is just to finalize your video edit in CapCut. This is what I do whenever I make a video. I first, make it on Zepeto with the green screen background, edit it in Node with, the 3D room and everything, and then bring it to CapCut, add effects, transitions, lyrics, an intro title, intro video, intro photo, and then exit with my name. So this video is a bit self-explanatory. However, I'm going to show you guys how I finalize my edits in CapCut after I get the edit out of Node. So the first thing I do is I screen record the sound I'm going to use, whether that's on Spotify, YouTube, or somewhere on the internet. I screen record it, and then I'm going to go to CapCut, start a new project, and what I'm going to pick is that screen recording of the sound. Now when I get to CapCut, I'm going to, trim down the sound if I need to. If I don't, I'll leave it alone, but if I need to, I'll trim down the sound. And then we're going to click on the video and then scroll all the way to the right until it says extract audio. Take the audio out from the video, so that way you have the sound ready to go. I then add like a second or two on the fade in and fade out of the sound and crop it to where I want the sound to start for the video. Alright, so I already have all of that set up now. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to start adding effects to the video. Now, effects comes in 3 different forms for me. The first effect are the animations that you can add to your video directly. If you click on the video, the button will pop up at the bottom that says animations. You can click that. Basically, it will add an animation to the video for like the intro of the video, for the beginning, or the outro of the video, at the end of it. There's an option to have like a loop animation, so throughout the entirety of the video, but I don't really use that option. I'm gonna just use the in and out options on animation. Now I use pro features. I have CapCut Pro, but there are a lot of features on CapCut that are able to be used for free that are still really good and still make your video entrances and outros look really well. So I'll show you those in just a second. So I'm going to actually use the Shake 3, which is a free feature for my intro animation. And then for my outro animation, for my outro I just used Whoosh, which was a transition. Now going in, I'm going to start applying effects to my video. So there are a lot of effects on CapCut, unfortunately, that are only for Pro, but fortunately there's a lot of free features as well. So I'm going to show you guys some of these free features that I do like to add to my videos to enhance them. And the edgy feature is going to be the feature, it's a free feature that I really like. It kind of gives you like this glitch thingy going on, and I'm going to use that feature for the intro photo at the beginning of the video just to give it a little bit of personality. Now, since we are only using one video today, we're not using like multiple videos, just one, I'm going to add transitions in through the video where the beat kind of drops. So whenever the beat kind of does something cool or like drops, I'm going to split the video at that point, and I believe I make 3 splits in the video, and I'm going to add some transitions within those to make the video more enhanced. So my favorite transition ever in CapCut is Glitch Flash 2. Unfortunately, this is a pro feature again, but I will be showing you guys a few other features. We have the pull in feature, which is a really, really good free feature. And we also have these blur features. So we have vertical blur, and I believe we have, what's the other one? It's just called blur. We have vertical blur, and you can add those in between your animation. So feel free to make some splits in between your videos at the right time, and then implement these transitions in there. It's called blur, it's just called blur. And then we also have The other one was called vertical blur. So you could split your video at a certain point and then add that transition there. It's like a more hardcore effect. I kind of like it better than using an effect. Now my last transition I'm going to put in there is going to be a transition called a color glitch. And color glitch is a free to use effect. It's amazing, one of my favorite effects. I love the glitch effect. I love the glitch effects in CapCut that I'm going to use at that third transition towards the end. And that's just going to give my video a bit more movement and more personality as well. Now, at the end of the videos, I always try and put my @ if I feel like it. If I don't feel like it, I don't. But most videos, I try to put @relaxing at the end. So when I do that, I go down to the very end of the video and I add my out animation. I always use the screen flash animation, you guys. I'm sorry. I believe that is a pro feature. But find an out animation for the end of your video that you like, that makes your video, that gives it personality, like I said. I believe the shake side feature is a free to use feature, which is very, very clutch. I love that feature as well. So I either use like screen flash or shake side, just throws your video to one side of the screen. But once your transition starts to move, we're going to go to where it says text at the bottom, and then scroll down in the text menu until you see the word text template. So going through the text templates, of course, there are a few that are only for pro feature, but there's a good amount of those that are in there that are free to use. So find a free to use text template that has enough personality and animation to it that you would like to add to the end of your video. And then go in there and edit the first part. It's usually made of 2 parts. I usually just make the first part the @sign, and then the second part my username. So I'll put @relaxing, as you guys can see here. And I use a free text template that you guys can use as well if you guys want to use this one. And yeah, then going to the beginning of the video, I like to go to add text and add the intro. So I put on here batter up baby monster, and then I'm going to go to effects and find a free effect, or actually I'm going to go to font, find a free to use font that, you know, I feel like fits the video, and then go to effects and find a free to use effect that I find fits the video. And then I'm going to add an animation to the beginning and end of the text, so stay tuned for that as well. So now after I add that effect on there, I'm going to go to animations, and I'm going to choose an animation that is free to use, or you guys can choose an animation that's free to use. I did not, unfortunately. I used the laser cut feature. That is a pro item or pro thing. And then for my out, I used the zoom in 2 animation for the out animation. So I used the laser cut coming in and the zoom in 2 to go out. That zoom in 2 is a free feature, so just try and find a free intro animation in CapCut to do for your text there. And now I'm gonna get the title photo for the video done. So for me, I personally just scroll through my video until I find a good shot in the video that I think would look cute to be on the front of my video. That's about it. I will do that, and then I will add the text in there from the title menu. So you can just click on add text in the title menu, type in the text, you know, pick out a free font. There's no need to do animation, but pick out a free font and pick out a free effect. So I'm going to use that luminescence effect. It's like an orange and red effect. And then the font I use is called Bangers, and those are both free to use. And I'm going to save that as my title photo as my cover photo for the video. Okay, and now, let's see, and now we're going to be adding effects to the video. So I already did the transitions, and I already did the out transition, in animation, out animation. We're going to be adding effects to the videos, and this is all up to you. It's also all up to the plan of CapCut that you have, whether you have pro or free. The one effect I always use, so if you do have CapCut Pro, I recommend you try to use this effect. The one effect I always use is called HDR2 or HDR. Depending on the lighting in the video, I'll pick which one I want to use. But these are only pro features, and they make your video look more HD. Your character blends in a lot better with the background. It just looks like it's more set in a real life video. You can adjust the values. I always adjust the blur down to 0. bring the atmosphere down just a little bit because it makes the video a bit dark. And then the, you know, glow and sharpening, you can bring those down as well. That's what I do. And lastly, this is honestly going to be up to you guys. I can't really tell you what effects to use. So I'm going to give you guys a good list of the effects that I like to use in CapCut. I didn't use all of these in this video, but I'm going to give you guys a good list. I like the HDR1 or HDR2 effect, and then I like using the polychromatic 2 effect. I didn't use polychromatic in this video because it just doesn't match the vibe, but that's one of my favorite effects to use. And then there's another effect called Edge Glow that I like to use as well when my characters are kind of like in a dark room. It kind of gives them more of a glow. And then my favorite effect to use in a CapCut is an effect called Crystal Glare. It basically puts like these like rainbow lights coming from the lighter parts of your character's body. All you have to do is just bring down the range a lot, the intensity and the size, because the range is very far. So just bring that down until it looks good to you, and then your character, if you have Pro, I would recommend just giving it a shot. And honestly, if you go on CapCut and search an effect, it's not gonna come up anyway. It's the stupidest thing ever, dude. Oh my gosh, I could not stand it. I'm sorry, I'm like getting mad thinking about it. Anytime I search an effect in CapCut, it never comes up. Even if I type it in perfectly, it does not come up. I can tell you, but if you can find Color Riot, try and find Color Riot, try and use it if you don't have Pro. Now my second effect that I'm telling you guys to use, it's a free effect. They're called, or it's a bunch of them. There's effects called a Leak. So they have Leak 1, Leak 2, Leak 3, and those basically give you like a light leak coming over your video. It's pretty good. All you have to do is adjust the atmosphere so it's not too strong. And then we have these other effects called, lastly, the other few that you can use are called Halo. They're like Leak. It's the same thing. They just add light over your video. It's pretty cute. It just kind of enhances your video. Unfortunately for the Halo effects, you can't really adjust them so that they're more or less prominent in your video. However, for the leak effects, you can. So my favorite leak effect is Leak 1. I usually bring down the atmosphere to like 60 or 50, and then I'll just duplicate it and put it in the video like 3 times if I really want to. I put it in these videos that I make. But yeah, and then after that, I'm just gonna add the filter. Unfortunately for me, I only use the Pro filters. My favorite filter on CapCut is, out of these two, is Lollipop and Santa Monica. Those are the only 2 features I use in CapCut. Sometimes I use the Vivid feature, or Vivid filter. So if you guys want to look through the filters that they have on there, they have a lot of free filters that you can use as well to add to your video just to enhance it. Now that that's done, our video is basically done. I'm going to decrease the amount of the filter that's on the Lollipop filter. Then go back to your title or your cover photo, click back on the cover photo, and then just resave it so that the effects in the filter is actually a part of the cover photo. And then boom, I'm basically done with my edit. I'm going to export it. This is my final version of this baby monster batter up edit. I hope you guys had a great time with me through ZCC this month, and I really look forward to seeing, you know, you guys continue posting in the future. And I really hope that you guys continue to use these skills and tips that I taught you in Node, CapCut, everything. But yeah, thanks for sticking along with me for these past 3 weeks, guys. I really appreciate it. And this is my final video.